Hello, this is Giovanni and this is a day in Frap Tools.
At Frap Tools, we have a very light company architecture, and so we work from home most of the time. I generally go to the headquarters, which is at Simone's place, about once a week to film some content that I will then edit at home. Federico, on the other hand, usually works from his home laboratory 2 hours away and almost never comes to the headquarters. It is mostly Antonio and Simone who go to Federico's place to deliver spare parts and pick up assembled modules. Even if we are in touch every day, we actually have the chance to meet all together, mostly at trade show and during the holidays. It takes me about an hour to get to work, so I like to spend it by listening to audiobooks and podcasts. And speaking of podcasts, did you know that we have already launched our first one? We have only one episode right now, but I plan to release a new episode a month for the whole 2024, so stay tuned. As I arrived, I found Simone already waiting for us, and a few moments later also Antonio arrived with his famous cable management. Time to get in. It is a lovely day. We usually have a cup of coffee together before work, but today we are in a bit of a rush, so we'll just hydrate a bit and then proceed to set everything up in the office, which is at the upper floor. Please also note this example of home decor that we are working on. While Antonio sets up the bench for the first test, I prepare the setting for filming. I am not quite sure that I will actually have time to film today, but I want to be ready just in case. First, we are starting off with some power tests to help a customer who has some ground issues between his PSU and the CGM. Then, while Antonio changes the test setup, I reply to some emails on our support channel, which is a huge part of my job. Now it is time to test a new prototype we are working on. We hope to disclose some details by Superbooth, but the process of creating a new module is extremely long and tedious, and we never know what circumstances might slow everything down. For example, today a section of this new prototype stopped working, so it will take more days to debug it. Still, we have been able to test every other function with excellent results. When it's lunchtime, normally Simone cooks a light veg meal for everybody, but today he wanted to go to Saul's place, a very typical restaurant near the office. Today's menu also featured some fried pumpkin before the mandatory gnocco fritto with some cold cuts and way too much cheese. In case you're wondering, yes, having some wine for lunch is totally normal in Italy. Such heavy meals are often a terrible idea because we all feel a bit groggy afterwards, and today is no exception. But when designing a new module, it is important not to be afraid of making mistakes. More afternoon tests revealed some crucial aspects of the prototype that required drastic choices, so we had to discuss everything with Simone. As I foresaw, today I couldn't shoot any content for YouTube except this very video. Days like these are often quite tough because they feel very unproductive, but it is a mandatory process to ensure that our modules match our quality standard. This was quite an unusual day because we had to focus on this project, but it is not that common for us to be so absorbed over a single task. All in all, I think that working for a company like Frap Tools is a true privilege, and I would like to thank you all for buying our instruments and making this possible. In case you're interested in learning more about Frap Tools behind the scene, just let me know in the comments below as usual. For now, I hope you liked this brief sneak peek, and I will see you next time.